Hey, what's up team? Nick from the Karate Playbook here, and today I've had a lot of coffee, so I'm going to go over some tips and drills to help you increase your speed for fighting, more specifically how to punch faster, whether you're in traditional karate, boxing, MMA, whatever it is. These drills are going to help you increase your punching speed, but before we get into the actual drill, I have a quick nerdy question for you. Toss your comment down below. Who do you think is the fastest superhero out there? Alright, toss it down below, let's get started with the drills. Alright, so like I mentioned, we're going to start with some tips on how to move faster, and then we'll go into a few drills. So this first tip, this is going to sound kind of like a pep talk or kind of cliched, but you are actually a lot faster than you currently think you are. And what I really mean by this is that if you've ever caught something without meaning to, somebody knocked something off of a table and you caught it, your hand moved faster, not because you increased your speed, but because you didn't think about it and you were relaxed. Alright, so the first thing is you can move faster. You just have to teach your brain to allow your muscles to use their maximum speed. Alright, now that leads us into our second tip for speed, and this is it's all about relaxation. Alright, now if you want to kind of consider driving a car, if you're driving with your parking brake on, you're still going to probably get to your destination, but you're going to use up a lot more fuel and you're going to go slower than you otherwise would have. So just like that, we want to relax as much of the tension out of our arms as possible so we can allow those muscles to explode as fast as possible. Now the third one, and we're not going to go into detail on this right now, but the idea of creating deceptive speed. So if your arms and legs are not that fast, you're unable to move your body super fast, you can actually create what we call deceptive speed. And if you want a video on that, just toss a comment down below. If we get a few people asking for it, then we'll shoot that video. But again, we're gonna create some deceptive speed to try to hide our motion, to make our techniques feel or seem faster. Alright, so jumping into the actual drills. Now these drills we're going to do kind of a progression where we're going to use a drill for the first section of the punch, and then another drill for the second section, and then a drill for the entire punch, so that we can really train the firing of the muscle and the extension of the punch as well as the full thing. So this is the way I found that really works well for training your hand speed. So for the first bit, I'm going to use these hand weights. You can use any sort of wrist weights. You can just hold something in your hand, whatever you want to use. And we're just going to work on the first little bit of the punch. So I'm not going to extend all of the way out. I'm going to go maybe 75% to 80% of my punch just before I'm getting to rotate that hand over, and I'm just going to pull them back. Now the reason we use this drill with the hand weights is if you're always extending all the way out when you're using weights, you're going to do some damage to your elbows over time, kind of like a tennis elbow for those that are creating this impact right here. So we just want to go out a majority of the way and then pull back. Now you can also use a resistance band and put it around your back and punch out the same way. It just depends on what you have sitting around. But we're just going to do some light shadow boxing with these, and you want to throw as fast as you can, but also stay relaxed. So if you start to feel your hands starting to get tense, shake it out and then go back into it and just feel out your punches. So you might do just straight in punches for 1 minute, 2 minutes, something like that, and just burn them out as fast as you can for as long as you can. And then take a break and breathe, and then do this maybe 3 times or so. So maybe 1 minute round, 3 times, 5 times, whatever your muscles can withstand, but burn them out as fast as you can. As soon as you start to feel this happening, take a break, let your muscles recoup a little bit, and then go again. Alright, so drill number 2, this one we're going to be using a tennis ball for, and there are tons of drills that you can do with a tennis ball, so check them out. I have another video that I'll toss a link down in the description box below that has a couple drills with a tennis ball also. But this one we're going to do, I'm going to have my arm extended, and this is working on just the very end of that jab. Now this is especially great if you do any sort of a double jab in your fighting, so maybe you jab low and then jab high. This one's going to help with that. So we're going to take our hand, bring it back just enough where I can tap the bottom of the ball and then try to grab it. So it's just working on a little bit of hand-eye coordination, but also relaxation and speed. So I'm going to tap it just like this, not like that. So I'm just going to tap it just like this and then catch it. So we want to do this as many times as we can, as fast as we can, to kind of give a little bit of a burn on our front hand, but also just constantly keeping that ball moving. And you can tap a couple times if you want, and then try to catch it, kind of challenge yourself. But it's gonna work on your accuracy and your hand speed and relaxation, because you can't really be tense while you're doing this. All right, our third and final drill. This one is not much of a complicated drill by any means, but you can use a resistance band with this or hand weights, but I like to actually just use my arm by itself. Now with this one, all we're gonna do is we're gonna throw that one punch by itself, nothing else, nothing to complicate it. I'm just gonna throw it out and pull it back to a good guard. So I don't wanna pull it back down here, obviously, but I'm gonna throw it out and back as fast as I can, as many times as possible. So I used to shoot for about 200 jabs as fast as I possibly could, and I always like to time myself so that I could go back and see if I'm making my punches faster and more fluid, or if I need to pick up my training even more. All right, so we're just gonna take this hand out and back as fast as we can, making sure we get to almost full extension, being careful of our elbow not locking out, but getting it all the way out there and all the way back, and just pick up the speed so you're going as fast as you can. All right, that's it for these tips and drills. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please toss a comment down below. If you have any drills that you like to do, let us know down there as well. I love to hear from you guys. I love to connect with everybody down in the comment section. But have an awesome time training these. Have a great day. We'll see you all in the next video. All right, peace.